out here. Grab me some Mexican food. Head back to the shop and fix up some nasty paint. Hello. Good morning. Oh, Betsy's ready to rip. You know, sometimes life's kind of like this. Beautiful day out, truck's running good. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, and I'm tipping back to work. I'm enjoying it. It's a good day. Just couldn't ask for better. You know, I kind of feel like David a little bit. This is the day the Lord hath made. I'll rejoice and be glad. I'm feeling that today. I got nothing to be mad about. I know some days can get bad. Sometimes I'm frustrated. Some days this truck don't run good either. But just like I'm always here to fix this truck and get it back running again, God is always there to fix me, put my heart back together, put my life back together. All it takes is belief. I know this truck can't believe in me, but it should. I've done fixed this thing a whole bunch. And I'm a little like this truck, man. God has fixed me a lot. Prevented I don't know how much carnage out of my life. I don't even know. I'll never know. I'm not God. He's amazing. God is amazing. God is great. Praise be to God. All I can do is thank him for fixing me. You know, as you own a truck long enough, you'll forget stuff's up here. I found this up in the roof. This ain't really who I am anymore. I used to be all into this. The skulls and used to be a thing for me. But I don't know. I've since kind of been looking for a little purer way. Just something for me, I think. I don't know if this is my jam anymore. It's kind of crazy. I used to be all into it. I guess I just felt like for me personally that it was something that God was asking me to move on from. That He's done miracles in my life. I don't need to be living in the dark. And it just kind of came clear to me. So I don't know. If it makes any difference to anyone else or anything. I don't know if it should make a difference to anyone else. I think it just makes a difference to me. It was an inspiration for me, but I thought I'd say something. Let's kick some lights on. Good lunch. Good food. Thank God for that. Let's roll. We got a total mess here we got to figure out. Okay, this is what happens. This is what happens when, man, I don't even know. This is a mess. So, this is oil base primer. That's what that is. And this is what happens when your kids use your minivan for a launch pad with their bicycles. Pretty sure that's bird doo-doo. Don't think that's primer. Toyota paint is really thin, and almost all this is going to be clear through the paint. It's just how it is. But another one here, another one here. We're going to have to sand on these headlights a little bit. There's some more here. More scratches. So many scratches. My word. Look at the micro scratching in that. That is insane. Some of that will come out, but Toyota paint is so thin. Here's some more. Here's some on the chrome. That'll come off quick and easy. I think most of the paint will come off pretty easy. I told him that we can make it better, but we can't make it perfect. Just because, like, I can take a lot of this mess out. But this down the side, I mean, them big old marks we can get off of there, and we'll at least go back to looking kind of like a minivan. So, let me set the tripod up, and I'll get us a little time lapse of this running. All right, so right now, fixing to wipe this thing down with a wet rag. This vehicle has not been washed. It came in pretty clean. And there's no reason to go washing it if this stuff don't come off. I honestly don't know. Now, before y'all get upset, I'm gonna scratch the paint. What we're working with. You see what we're working with here. This is, my word, my big scratches. Yeah, case in point. So we're gonna wipe this down. When all the primer's off of here, I'll go wash it with some strip wash or something. Try to pull all the years worth of junk out of the paint. Maybe we put a buffer on it. Maybe some of it will come around. But it is going to get a little polished, so I'm not worried about micro swirling or micro scratching. It's so micro scratched and swirled so bad already that it truly is not worth me worrying about it. Like, all it will do is waste my time to go wash it twice. The guy who owns this van says this is an oil-based primer. To which I said, we can get that off of there, no problem. To which then my brain went, are you sure about that? We'll find out. To the razor blade we go. It ain't even worth trying anything else. Don't try this at home unless you're willing to risk some paint. But paint is hard. Razor blades are sharp. And I own a buffer. This is a little bit of a trial by fire situation for this vehicle. It may have to look a little worse before it looks better. So the key to this, not panic, don't push hard, and go slow. But if you, I'll move the camera in so you can see how this is working. This has been a bit of a trial and error thing for a while here. Alright, so how this works, I take the razor blade, and you try to start on an edge, and you draw it through, like so. And it will just lightly peel up the high spots, and yet you're not pushing down hard enough to gouge into the clear coat. So when you see the right, so this is very tall compared to this over here. You can feel it as a large bump. So when I run this across here, you can see the powder starts to build. Then you just push down and roll it, and it just shaves it down through there. And you do that until you start hitting low spots. I'll run it across this one a time or two. You can see it chattering a little bit across there, knocking the high spots down. You can see it powdering up, but it powders up pretty good. And basically you run that through there until it starts to look a little bit thin. This stuff did seem to soften it up. I'm a little worried about the car paint, but surely it'll be fine. We'll let it sit there for a second. I'll run and get me a magic eraser. But if you've never used a magic eraser, you're missing out one of the finer pieces of life. Watching a magic eraser take all your hard work away. But some of that stuff's a little bit tall yet, but These are big globs. It's hard to be mad about. I don't like that goo gone. My word. I hope that buffs back out. I softened that clear coat up a bunch. It works, but my goodness. That's a tad bit nerve-wracking. Well, here's the trusty tools so far. Overspray, remover, magic eraser, razor blade. And I also have this one over here that I've been using off and on. These are a better blade. These are Milwaukee blades. I tend to like them a little better. But these are a scraper here. I just kind of like them a little better. There's some Yahoo rolling by, doing a lot of looking. Do what? Sometimes? Sometimes? Yeah. That's right. All right. Neighbors be rolling through. I don't know who that was, but if you end up stumbling across my video, say what's up. So we're gonna once again scrape this down. We're gonna start over on this side for this big piece. Luckily they didn't get it up in the badge, and I don't know if it's gonna come off the plastic. I'm kind of thinking that probably ain't gonna move off the plastic. But I'll get y'all up here, get you zoomed in on the time lapse, and you can watch it disappear, and we'll take you through the whole removal process of this piece at least. All right, back in from washing. You can see it's not happy, as you can tell. And we knew this was gonna happen. It's got some smeared paint on that. It looks just dirty. I think this, and it might be some of that, it might be just, nah. It's actually like, it's that oil-based primer is still gooping up. But so just for before and after, that's what we're dealing with on the doors where it was so painted up. And I couldn't get everything out of the bumper. This bumper is so rock pitted that I can't get down in there without just, shaving the paint off the bumper. But this gives you an idea where we are at. got most of the scratching taken care of, as you can see. I mean, as good as we knew it was gonna get. It's much better though from the angle we saw before. All right, guys. We come to this point here where we got. My phone lost track of me. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. This gimbal is great, but it loses my face every now and then. So, we got this van is done. I'm calling it done. As we knew it isn't perfect. We knew it wasn't gonna be perfect, but it's a long ways down the road. So I spent 2 days on this van, pulling this paint and buffing on it. It's been a process, but we're pulling it out tonight. It's currently 12:25 on Friday. That's 12:25 at night. So it's been a process. Started this thing Thursday morning, but we'll roll it out of here here now, and I'll give you a quick walk around. We'll talk through it and look at it, and we'll wrap up. We're wrapped up with old van. Now there's still some troubles. It's still got some scratches, as you can see. This paint is just straight up too thin to have that ever go all the way away. But I think you will agree, where we came from is far from where we ended up. We had massive paint marks on the back, on both sides. There were big old hash marks down both side doors. And like, this looks good walking past, but you get up close and I mean, it's still all there. This is just how this goes. When you look at that from right there, it looks great. So the chances are good, and this is what he wanted. The chances are good. You walk by this thing in the mall parking lot, and you never ever notice.